What's with these guys?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spice, and we are back at it again with the catch-up volume 103, another episode. Yes, it is your Manchester United weekly podcast. You know what time it is, as always. Remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and also share across all social media platforms. We are just waiting for Jerome to join us in today's podcast as he's just arrived. Big up to everyone that subscribed as well. Smash that like button, as today is Manchester United, of course, winning their game against Bournemouth. We've got Neymar to discuss. We've got, of course, Manchester United top 4 chances. We also have, last not least, the Manchester United versus Chelsea preview that we'll try and cover as quickly as possible. But it is what it is. So big up to you, Jerome. Big up to you. How's you been, bro? How was your weekend and everything?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Yeah, I've been good. Weekend's blessed. Weather's improving. Results are still going our way at the moment for top 4. So it's been a good weekend. Really, can't complain.
And especially a lovely weekend when Arsenal just basically just gave City the league title, like City winning their league title on their day off and all that kind of stuff. Didn't even have to try. Arsenal just capitulated and just said, "Hey, you know what? We'll give it to you. We'll give you. We'll pass the bottle to you, bro."
You know, it's like when you're calling sick at work and someone else does your job for you when your day off. You come back the next day, there's no backlog because it's all been done for you.
Yes, definitely there is no backlog. Nah, it's funny though, because Arsenal, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's been enjoyable. You know what's so funny? Us Manchester United fans can't even enjoy trolling on Arsenal fans. When they were trolling on us, they were all laughing, innit? You don't laugh, yeah, you know, but you're not laughing at me, like.
The amount of Arsenal fans that were in my DMs when we were losing to other teams, you'd have thought they beat us. I was like, bloody hell, like. And now we're doing the talking now. They're like, rent-free settings. You know, all you do is talk about Arsenal. But likewise, it's a two-way thing. Literally, it's not one-sided. But now, Arsenal fans are in hibernation now until next season.
Not even that. We can't even enjoy trolling. They're like telling us, "Oh, why are you talking to us? You're below us." And I'm like thinking, "Rah, bruv. Like you're moving like you won trophies recently. Like you've been successful more than Manchester United. Like last time I checked, I swear we finished second under Oli and second under Jose within the last 10 years. This is like Arsenal, the first time they finished what? In the top for in the last
Yeah,
6, 7, 8 years and finished
yeah,
second in the last 10 years. And they're talking to
literally,
us like that.
it's
Can you
true.
imagine, Drew?
I think
Can you
a
imagine?
lot of them have forgotten that they've been in Champions League for ages. Most of their squad, this will be their first Champions League campaign. So like they need to kind of humble themselves, sort of thing. Like obviously
Mhm.
they did well to get second place, but for all that talk, they should have won the league with all that talk they were coming with. So it was definitely a big bottle job. Imagine that 8 points clear, and it could be like 10 points behind by the time the season ends. It makes that points gap makes it look like it wasn't even a close race. That's how embarrassing it is after all
Yeah.
that talk.
All
Well,
that talk. But let's not talk about Arsenal anymore because we've been laughing at them for a whole week. We've got the whole
literally,
summer to just troll on their asses. We're gonna give it to you the whole summer. But it is what it is, man. Let's go straight into the game, of course. It is Bournemouth nil, Manchester United 1. Jerome, Manchester United collecting 3 points. A goal from our boy, our defensive midfielder, Casemiro Hero, with a delightful bicycle, a volley that came out of nowhere. Beautiful play as well. Lovely chip by our guy Christian Eriksen to find Casemiro. And you know what? It took a deflection, but what Casemiro did was turn his body and follow through. Manchester United, let me just go straight in. Let me start because in that first 45 minutes, we had some quite dominating spells as well in the first 45 minutes. With the goal coming in from Casemiro, I thought Manchester United did well in the first 45 minutes to control the game. But at the same time, Jerome, it's just that final third, you know what I'm talking about? Just to cut man loose, cut a team loose as well, to score more than one goal. Manchester United couldn't do that. And in that second half, Jerome, again, just like the week before, Manchester United coasted through to win 1-0. I think was
yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, that second half it was a bit of a chore, just like let's get this final whistle, just get out of there. Because it's just getting so frustrated. It's like, can't we not score? All this money spent on our forward players and they can't put the ball in the back of the net or make the right pass. It was so frustrating to a game that should have been so comfortable against a Bournemouth side that had nothing to play for. They were safe. It was just a game to tick off for them. But it's good that we got the clean sheet. De Gea's got his clean sheet record for the season, the Golden Glove. So at least one thing we can say that we can rely on our defence, because our defence has been solid throughout the course of the season. But it's just our forward players are so frustrating. So that's something that the manager's got to look at in the summer, because we can't have all these passengers and bottle jobs in front of goal, because all that's going to happen is it's just going to put too much pressure on our defence. And if we concede one goal and end up losing, everyone's going to blame our defence because we made that mistake. But at the end of the day, our attackers need to start chipping in as well and making it easier for our defence. We just rely on the defence every game to get us through matches. So this last couple of games just all about preserving that top four place, and then in the summer, yeah, we've got to do something about the midfield and forward areas, because the goal difference that we've got is shocking compared to the rest of the top four. And even I think we've got the same goal difference as Brentford. So that, and even I think even Liverpool have got a much greater goal difference than us as well, and not even in the top four. So yeah,
can you imagine, Jerome, the
yeah,
season that they've had
yeah,
and they've got a better goal difference than us? I'm just
yeah,
going to look at the table right now.
yeah,
It says that the goal difference between what Manchester United, it's plus 11, Liverpool plus 28. So, and then you've got Brighton plus 20, and then just below what the 7th place right now is Aston Villa plus 4.
yeah,
Manchester United have not been scoring, and then Liverpool, they're the team that's been losing and going through the mud, and they still find a way to score as much goals
yeah.
better than us, and of course, not far behind in points as well. It's not good for
Yeah,
Manchester United.
it's not good at all. We should have been more comfortably in that top four, but at the end of the day, we can't complain too much. We look at how it was last season, where we didn't even get 60 points. So yeah, this season the manager's definitely overachieved with the squad of players that we got. He still hasn't got his full team yet, but we can see that there's progress. We can see that he's bought well as well, and there's potential there to improve going forward. But I'm just glad that we've got players like Casemiro, because we need players like that, leaders, to get us through these kind of games, because without him, I don't know where we would be in this table. So we definitely need more leaders in that team because I still think there's a bit of a mentality problem
Mhm.
when we're performing away from home and against better opposition. Would have probably drawn that game against Bournemouth. If we were playing someone that had something to play for, I would have got that result. But because Bournemouth weren't really having nothing to play for, it kind of made it a bit more of an easier task to get through the game. But as I keep saying, we can't complain too much because top four was a target at the start of the season and a trophy was a bonus, and we've got that. So just get that 1 point against Chelsea on Thursday, and then we can just start looking forward to that FA Cup, which we've got a small chance of doing something. But
Small chance.
but at least we have a chance because we can't just be relying on other teams to stop like other teams winning trophies and stuff. We need to be in control of our own destiny. So I'm glad that we're there to see if we can do something because we can't have too many seasons like this where we're just sitting back and praying, hiding behind the sofa, praying that teams lose. You can't be living like that. That's small club mentality.
I
So,
know.
so
Even Casemiro, man, big up to Casemiro for getting that only goal because I didn't see where the goals can come from.
yeah,
Even when we brought on Garnacho, I was like, oh, maybe we can get the second goal because we needed that second goal against Bournemouth.
yeah,
But like you said before, it's about getting the 3 points at the end of the day and just get the fuck out of here, bro. Just
yeah.
get the 3 points, pack your bags, and just let's get out of Bournemouth,
Literally,
bro.
just get on that coach back. I think took a coach to Bournemouth. Just jump on that coach. Don't even shower. Just get back. Just get out of there, man. And sort yourself out when you get back. But yeah, Casemiro, he's just so clutch. He just improvised with that sort of bicycle sort of kick that he did to score. And we just need more players like that. Just players that can just grab the game by the scruff of the neck and just do something. And that's what he did. He showed his leadership quality. He just showed a presence as well. And like I said, we just need more characters like that from the players that we hopefully bring in the summer. So I'm pleased that we've got him, and it sounds like when we did get him, it was like handed. It almost felt like it was handed to us. So I can only be grateful that Real Madrid were kind enough to give us Casemiro. Obviously, the transfer fee was a bit much, but it's money well spent, definitely. So we just like I said, keep saying we just need players like that to give you that moment of brilliance when the team's not really clicking as we would like. So just tick these games off and then just start the preparations for the new season and see if we can improve from this one.
I definitely think so. I'm gonna move on from that as well because, of course, regarding Manchester United, big up to everyone that's tuning. Smash that like button, subscribe, and share across all social media platforms. But this is about the top four now. You see Manchester United right now in the top four, 69 points, 1 point behind Newcastle. I think they're currently playing right now, drawing 0-0 with a game in hand. Right for us, I mean. Can Manchester United? What's Manchester United's top chances in the top four, Jerome? Because it looks like Manchester United that just need one more point, and it's just one more point to seal top four. But how far can we go? Because of course, third place is still up for grabs. Can Manchester United finish third? Can Manchester United finish fourth? What's United's chance? Because I believe we can do it. I think we can go for top three.
Yeah, I think it depends on today's results. So if Newcastle drop points today, if they draw or lose, then I think we'll get third because I can honestly see us beating Chelsea and Fulham at home. Chelsea and Fulham, both of them haven't got nothing to play for, but we have. So that should give us the extra adrenaline rush to get over the line. So this is a big game tonight in terms of whether we can get third. And Leicester, they're fighting for their lives at the moment. Leicester, they have to win this game if they're serious about staying up. I looked at the table. I think they're second bottom. They have to win. There's no two ways about it. Win the game and give yourself a chance to survive. But if they draw, it might not be enough for them, but it helps us to get third place. So let's see if Leicester can do something. But Newcastle, they've more or less got top four anyway. So they might put their foot off the gas because they're 3 points ahead of Liverpool, but they've got a much greater goal difference. So they could afford to lose by small margins and still get top four. So that gives us a bit of hope. So we'll have to see. Well, definitely third is achievable, but I think first of all, we just to make sure we just get our job done, get the top four as a priority, get the point that we need against Chelsea, and then do all the pressures off against Fulham because we don't want to go into that last game needing the result because it just puts too much added pressure on the team when we've got the FA Cup to play the following week. So yeah, I'm optimistic. So it doesn't feel like you have to pray and who's what rely on this person to lose and that. It's all in our own hands, as Robbie says.
It's all in our hands.
it's
It is all in our hands.
it's all in our hands. So we ain't bottle jobs like that. So we'll handle our business. We'll do what we need to do.
Exactly what M just said there. We ain't
Yeah.
bottling it. We will get
Yeah.
Champions League football,
Yeah.
and I think we've had a good season, which is true. We've had a good season. You know, we've had a better season than Asna. You get me? Like those who don't want to accept it. You know, just competing in one competition out of all four, it's not good enough. You know, I keep saying before, you can put both seasons on the table, and the table will tell you that Manchester United have done a better job than Arsenal throughout their season in all competition overall, bro. But then it is what it is, man. But yes, with Manchester United's top four opportunities, I definitely think Manchester United can get that. You know, I don't think it will slip. We've got Chelsea, we've got Fulham. All we need is a point, you know. If we behave jammy and against Chelsea at Old Trafford, because you know, I always say this before, Jerome, because I know when we get to the preview, I know Manchester United, you know, whenever we get the opportunity to play the spanking boys, you know, everyone's getting the 3 points off of them. The hole on the ends that everybody beats. But when it's your turn now, you end up getting her pregnant and all that kind of stuff. And with us, when it came to Tottenham, everyone's beating that nicely. Like everyone's getting their rounds in. You get me? When it comes to us, we draw. And I know when it comes to Chelsea now, we might end up fucking shit up again because everyone's spanking, but they're the guaranteed 3 points. You get me?
It's true.
But we happen to be the man that ends up beating the hole on the block and getting her pregnant. You know, that's how bad our luck is, bro.
It's true, you know. But you know, the good thing is, Chelsea didn't change their manager. They kept Frank Lampard in. So there's no new manager bounce that we got to deal with. All we got to deal with is just players that just want to get the fuck out of here and go and beat somewhere. Literally, like that team is done for the season. Like literally, like City put out their second string, they still beat them comfortably. So I can't see them coming back to Manchester again to do something against United, especially at Old Trafford. Like we want to like sign off in style, innit, with our 2 last home games of the season. So yeah, I'll be very, very surprised if Chelsea did something, even though they've been historically one of our teams that they're hard to beat when we play them. But this season it's been a write for Chelsea, to be honest. So whether they get 3 points or not doesn't make any difference to their league position. I think they're guaranteed to finish in the bottom half of the league. So for them, it's just a hide into nothing. Winning at Old Trafford doesn't make any difference. So that's why I just think that it should be quite comfortable for us.
You say that, Jerome, but you know how dodgy our team is, but we're a bit jammy sometimes, you know, especially when it comes to a game that we should be winning comfortably as well, especially with Chelsea. Poor, you know, and Frank Lampard as well. I think it's only just been one win, Jerome, innit? Just one win out of all those games. It just can't get any worse. And on top of that, 2 games left at Old Trafford. United need to win those games, man. There's no point going for the draw. You have to win. I believe Ten Hag wants to go for victory because he's obsessed with winning. You know, a manager like that is obsessed with winning. Our previous manager was just happy for everyone to go out there and just have some fun.
It's true. Just go and enjoy yourselves.
Just go and enjoy. Don't worry about winning, guys. You know,
winning just watching the game. Just watching on his iPad. So don't worry, you get your paycheck. Win, lose or draw.
Win, lose or draw. I'm happy. You know, that's how he is, man. Ollie's like that mum that just goes to those soccer mums, isn't it? Just happy that their child is playing.
Just clap their child on. They don't even know what's going on. Just clap them. Literally.
So, but definitely, Manchester United themselves, guys. As you can see, Manchester United have no option but to beat Chelsea at the Bridge because we drew the first game, you know, when they were shit as well. And I can't remember if it was under Thomas Tuchel or
Oh, that was under Potter.
Potter, yeah. But
Yeah,
Manchester United themselves have to beat Chelsea because it's been a while since we spanked Chelsea. Last
literally.
time we played them, when we went beat them, we only beat them by a goal or two. This is the perfect opportunity for Manchester United to take Chelsea and just tuck them in, slap them up, show them what they were about, and beat them at least 3 goals because we don't score that much goals, Jerome.
It's
Jerome,
true.
we need the goals now if we're going to play City. Get it out of our system.
It's true.
You get me?
Yeah,
Let's
and
start
Old Trafford.
practicing.
Yeah, Old Trafford is the platform to do that. We've got a good home record, so this is to just fill our boots. If Arsenal were able to deal with Chelsea, then we should be able to as well. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for because Chelsea have been absolutely shocking, like under Lampard, and I can't
Shocking.
see them just switching it on against United.
Man, that's
So
tough. Yeah.
yeah, so that's the way I see it. Like, and for them, that's quite a lot of games. Like to get to what they're going to be playing 3 games in 7 days. Like they're not used to that. They've been playing 1 game a week for a while. So for them to roll back up to Manchester again on Thursday, they expect to do anything. It's a big stretch. And they played their strong team
Yeah,
on
they,
Sunday.
they played Jerome. They're through any team. They, right now, they just don't care. Any man that can
Yeah,
perform, that's what they need. It's Mayday,
yeah,
man. It's SOS out
literally.
there.
It's
Anyone that's
literally.
fit, anyone that can perform, I'll throw you in, bro. It doesn't
It's
matter.
true. And their squad is huge as well, literally. Squad
Because
is too big.
my man like Lampard's playing Russian roulette with his players, bro. Today you're playing. That's what it
It's
is,
true.
man.
It's true.
And before we move on to the Neymar situation, of course, have you heard the news? What's your score prediction against Chelsea? And you think,
Yeah.
what do you
I'm gonna
think?
say 2-0. 2-0 United.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
a bit ambitious, yeah,
Yeah.
and hope that Manchester United can spank Chelsea 3 goals to nil.
Yeah. If we do that,
Mm-hmm.
then that will set us up nicely for Fulham and then
Mm-hmm.
get some momentum going for City because we're gonna need to get our scoring boots on if we're gonna be beating City. Like we can't be going in there just scraping. We can't be going into the City game scraping 1-0s
Trust me.
because City, for me, we're not keeping a clean sheet against City. So we're gonna need to be scoring goals. Put it that way. So that's the way I see it.
Nah, I definitely see it like that, man. But let's move it up from that as well, guys. Smash that like button and subscribe and share across all social media platforms for those who are watching. For those who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, as well, or the group and the page on Facebook. Make sure you hop onto the YouTube channel, subscribe to your Ready Night TV, smash the like button on the video as well. And of course, remember, tune in next week as well. We're back live again at 8 p.m. UK time. But let's move it straight on to the transfer news, Jerome, because of course this just came just before we even went live. I'm not too sure if you've actually saw the Twitter feeds as well. No, like United Reports tweeted, and then other people started tweeting it as well. Of course, we've got. Let me just share my screen for those who haven't seen it yet. We've got the Neymar news, Jerome, bruv. Neymar news again, and
Neymar,
and it's
that's
and it's
mad.
not the first time
Yeah.
that Manchester United have been linked with Neymar. Do you remember the time? I believe what Sorry, let me just sort out my camera. I believe Manchester United were in talks to signing Neymar, I think about a season or 2 seasons ago. PSG, just discussing him, because I always think Manchester United want that marquee signing, and again, and we have spoken to the Neymar's father before in the past, man. I remember those news outlet coming. So I think Manchester United, the club itself, and the board members have always eyed up Neymar as a potential marquee signing. They've always been interested, but of course, you have it. United Report tweeted about 58 minutes ago. Let me just zoom in. Let me see if I can just zoom in to that, bro. Yeah, you can see that, guys. Scores. Manchester United and PSG are in active negotiation from Neymar, and that came from L'Equipe as well, and as well GFFN. That's Get French Football News as well. And L'Equipe, they're a big footballing institute magazine and everything that they do as well. It's also they're number one top tier for French news as well, and they cover that as well. And of course, it says here that his teammate, our guy who scored the winning goal as well, the only goal against Bournemouth, Casemiro, has been trying to convince Neymar to join Manchester United, and of course, PSG prefer to sell Neymar. Of course, I believe Neymar probably wants out as well. especially the fact that he hasn't really been giving PSG his 100. You know, these injuries has played a part as well. Him going AWOL for his sister's birthday during the times where they're supposed to play the first leg of the second round of the Champions League. He's never nowhere there to be seen as well. But yes, it says PSG prefers to sell Neymar, but could be open to a loan with or without an option to buy with a club helping pay his salary. I reckon he's probably on over 500k per week at PSG. So they probably want to reduce their wage bill as well, man. But Jerome, what we saying, bro?
You know
Neymar,
what?
Neymar
Yeah.
Junior. You get me? You know that's my guy, innit? You know
Yeah,
that's my
you
guy.
know what? You know I'm a
Get
big,
me?
big fan of Neymar. I'm not
Let
going to
me
shy
just
away
just hold on.
from
Let me
that.
just stop you there. Super chat right there. You know, sorry I'm late. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge on Neymar coming possibly. I just don't want to see the fit. I'm all in on Rice, and I really hope we can get Victor Osimhen as well. Big up to as well for that super chat as well. Thank you as well. Lovely there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. We're live every Monday at 8 p.m. and 5:30 Thursday for the Manchester United news. But big up as well. Play Simples just joined us as well. We're talking Neymar right now. But Jerome, as I was saying, Neymar
Yeah,
Junior.
yeah.
Neymar Junior.
I'm a big, big fan of Neymar. Honestly speaking, I don't think he is the kind of player that we need for the team that we have at the moment because there's so much work to be done in different areas of the field, and I think we need to go for a younger profile of striker for the long term. But Neymar, for the Glazers or whoever's going to own the club, he'll be a good marquee signing for the club in terms of, and especially from a marketing perspective as well, and
Mm-hmm.
shirt sales and all of that. So if there was an opportunity to get Neymar in on a loan deal, like a
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 year loan deal, like a similar deal that we did with Tevez, so we don't pay no transfer fee, we just pay his wages for 2 years. I would happily take that. I don't think we should buy him outright because they're gonna want ridiculous money for Neymar. We need to have transfer funds available for other areas of the pitch. So a 1 or 2 year loan deal will cover his wages. I'm happy with that. See what he does. If he has a good year, then maybe we could look at getting him permanently, similar to what Chelsea have with João Felix. We need to
Mm-hmm.
start doing stuff like that. Loan deal, test it out, see how it works, and then take it from there. Like we need to stop like making too many high risk, big money signings that might not work. So a loan deal will be sensible, and it helps get him off the PSG's wage bill. And obviously we could take that load because we need at least two strikers anyway.
Yeah.
So get Neymar in with another
Mm-hmm.
striker, and
Mm-hmm.
that would help us out superbly, to be honest. But in terms of buying him outright, no, I wouldn't promote that, to be honest. But a loan deal is very sensible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big up Jexus earlier on said didn't think Neymar would be an Eric Ten Hag kind of player. Well, to be fair, Neymar is that link up play, that playmaker as well, interchange. Because be honest with you, we need a proper number 10, you know. And then I see people may not like it, but Neymar is a creative player. He's very influential. He takes the game on to the player as well. You know, he doesn't let his opposition players rest as well. And something about it, he is the guy. He leads. He will take charge when it's needed to. I've seen that for years with Neymar, especially at Barcelona. I remember when they won that Champions League with Barcelona. Neymar was phenomenal against Juventus as well in the final. And the games before that, especially when they played against PSG and they made that phenomenal comeback. You remember that comeback?
Yeah,
The
against
comeback
PSG.
at
Yeah,
PSG, yeah. He was just sensational, man. Just taking the game to PSG, and no wonder why they bought him. They was like, "Fucking no, we need him on our team."
yeah,
You get me, guys?
yeah.
But
And
yeah,
the
yep.
good thing about Neymar,
Mm-hmm.
he's got stardust.
Yes,
He's got
yes.
that stardust quality. That's what we're lacking in our team. We haven't got any stardust. There's literally no stardust. That's what we need. If you get one or two of those players that could just make something out of nothing, that'll give us a new dimension. Because right now we don't have anyone to score free kicks. We don't have anyone that can take set pieces
Yeah.
and beat the first man regularly. So he would help us out in that area as well. We just need that extra dimension. What we're lacking. We're not scoring goals. So yeah, we shouldn't be turning our nose up at Neymar, especially if it's a loan deal that we're negotiating for.
Big up as well. We've got Z3 music official as well. He's a flair forward, just like Anthony, just like Rashford. They take on a defender all day. Where's the passing? But the Neymar as well, he will pass. That's the thing. He is a playmaker. He's not just a showboater. That's the thing, He's a serious player at the end of the day. It's just that his fitness hasn't been the best at PSG. And I reckon it's because like I said before, I will take Neymar if he's up for the challenge and if he's motivated. It's based on circumstances. Does he want a new challenge where he can come to the Premier League and really test himself, or he's just here just to have a holiday? If he like Ronaldo did, if he's just here to have a holiday, then nah, I don't want him. If he's here to just say I've come to make this club great again and then dip after not making the Champions League, then no, we don't. We can't go for a player like him.
It's true.
It's true. It's the
Yeah,
truth, though. But if he's coming here to be motivated and be the better version of Neymar that he could be, and highly motivated to be the player that he used to be when he was at Barcelona and his first couple of years as PSG, then I'm taking him hands down. I'm not playing around because he can play up front. He can play on the left side as well. He can play just behind the striker in the 4-2-3-1 formation as well. So, and also he can play in a free as well. As he's very adaptable and play on the right as well. So again, he is an Eric Ten Hag type of player, someone that
it's
can
true.
play in the system as well. He's been used to that. He's played
Yeah,
for Barcelona in that tiki taka formation as well. So he can probably play possession based football under Eric Ten Hag as well in the
yeah,
more direct. And he's direct. He's direct,
yeah,
and that's what Ten Hag wants. And if it happens to be true, and so I'm happy with that,
yeah.
man. What can you
And
say?
yeah, it's true.
I
And there'd
love him.
also
Mhm,
be
mhm,
Brazilian contingent if he came as well. So there'd be Neymar, Anthony, Fred, and Casemiro, who all know each other well with the Brazil national team. And I think
mhm.
that might be one of the reasons why we'll be targeting Neymar as well to get that Brazilian Portuguese
Mhm.
connection going. So yeah, I can see why we'll be linked with him. And there's rumours that he wants to leave PSG anyway, and PSG want to revamp their squad. So yeah, it makes sense. And there's not many clubs that will be able to afford Neymar as well, particularly his wages. So I can see why the links would be there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
And
don't want that to be a distraction though. We still need to sell the club, but
yeah,
for
uh,
now, it's good that we're being linked with big names like that that could actually add to our squad.
yes, but whether it's true or not, we'll see. We'll see what happens because a lot of people coming up, United Central as well. A lot of big Twitter accounts are coming out now and coming and saying, "Would you take Neymar?" Big up Play Simple says it looks like Ten Hag is targeting confident wingers, competent, creative CMs, and key strikers, and not just that, the players who have the fighting spirit. Who are winners, who want to win and have that, and one thing I have to say is that, we have a lot of bottlers in our team. It's time to get rid of the bottle jobs that we have in our team, the small-minded, weak characters that we have. Like for example, when shit goes all to fan, they have their heads down. Like for example, Maguire, who's not strongly minded.
Good.
McTominay is a resilient man. I wouldn't say he's not strongly minded because the guy gets played in centre back at times for his own national team, and he smiles through it. So I think he's mentally tough enough to accept the situation he is and give it his best. But you've got someone like Fred as well. We've got players with weak mentality as well. So I'm not going to just go and just list the name, but you guys know who they are in it, like in players that are just not meant to be there. So again, big up to Play Simple that says that Ten Hag is going for confident players that can wear the shirt with pride, and it would not weigh heavy on him. And Neymar would take the shirt, and it won't weigh heavy on him. I just think the physicality of the Premier League is the only thing that will weigh heavy on him. The players he will encounter. But again, if he's up for the challenge and he's up to be fair, he has put on some weight, Jerome, isn't it? He's got a bit
He
chubby.
has,
So
yeah.
so he can turn that fat into muscle and be strong and bulky enough in the Premier League.
It's true. He just tells that just shows for the fact that he's put on what just tells that he's not motivated for that French league.
Hmm.
Yeah, no
Hmm.
disrespect to the French league,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
he doesn't get that same coverage as La Liga or the Premier League. So
Hmm.
maybe he just needs that new lease of life in a new league just to get his career going again because it's kind of gone a bit flat lately since the World Cup. So and obviously PSG don't look like they're winning the Champions League as well. So yeah, maybe it's time for a fresh move and fresh outlook. So we'll have to see. And he's still only 31,
Hmm.
so it's not like he ain't got a few years at the top level. So yeah, we'll have to see, but we don't want it to be a Hazard situation.
I
But
know.
yeah, that's the only thing. So that's what I'm saying. If these reports are true, it has to be a loan deal. Has to be, without doubt.
Is that what you're saying? A loan deal, yeah,
It has to be a loan deal.
with an option to buy or an option
I'll
with
say
an,
a loan deal with an option to buy.
Mhm.
Not an option to buy, not an obligation to buy.
No,
Because
brother,
them ones
just
there,
an option. Yeah.
yeah, them obligation ones there, you get chiefed out. So
hmm hmm
yeah, see how that comes, see how that pans out.
Definitely, we'll see how that. Big up
Yeah,
Z3 Music Official that says, at the end of the day, it's Eric Ten Hag we trust. Yes. If my manager wants him, and I'm very sure Jerome is in agreement with this as well. If our manager
yeah,
wants him, bring him because we
yeah,
trust our manager. Our manager's got good taste, man. Man, see his
yeah,
swag, bro. I've seen
yeah.
a previous manager swag. He was wearing a jacket that was too big for him. It looked baggy on him as well. You get me? The suit looked
It's
too big
true.
for him. It didn't
Yeah,
fit him. Our manager, everything fits on him, bro. He lives and
literally.
breathes this club, the
It's
Manchester United.
meticulous. Everything's meticulous and organized.
Trust me, bro.
Like it
Trust
gives
me.
that aura. It gives that aura that he knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's not always making the right decisions, but more often than not, he does.
Mhm.
And he looks like he has a plan. That's what we need. Someone with a plan, not just vibes. Plan.
Plan.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Not
literally.
out. You get me?
It's
But that's
true.
what I like about it. Big up to Play Simple that says
Yeah,
he's looking for players that mirrors his demeanor, confidence, tenacious, and winning mentality. And that's exactly it with these managers who are successful. They go for for players who have that same mentality as them, the same demeanor, the same winning success, the same confidence that they see themselves in that player and say, you know what? I see myself in you and I want you in my team. And that's what he sees in Neymar and other players as well that he probably fancies. And I hope he goes for it. And like I said before, I'm a fanboy of Neymar, but I'm not a fanboy like the way other people are fanboys, with the way they
yeah,
are like CR7 sexuals and all that kind of stuff,
yeah,
that would just stand for everything that he says and does, and everything that he does is right. Everything that he says is right. You get me? That
yeah,
Ronaldo, what Ronaldo says is the Bible. You get me? I'm not that kind of guy. I will tell you when my favorites are playing shit and they don't
yeah.
deserve to stay here. You get me? You get
It's
me?
true. It's true. Literally.
Yeah, big up to place him with Ollie with the thrift shops vibes. You get me? It's true though. Ollie's just, you know what? Yeah, I think this guy has the thing about I think Ollie has scarred me for life as a Manchester United
Yes,
fan. You
yeah.
know, he's tainted his legacy with me as a Manchester United icon, the guy who scored the winning goal. Him as a manager, I just think he's regressed us. That's the reason why I talk like this guy. So don't just say, "Rod, you don't
Yeah,
like him." There's a reason why, man. I have an
yeah,
agenda, and I'll be honest with
yeah.
that, man.
Put it this way, there's a reason why no club wants to hire him in
hmm
football.
hmm
It's been a year and a half and he still hasn't got a job in football. All other managers that have been sacked have gone into management within a few months. He hasn't. And that tells you all you need to know. They've seen what's happened at United over the last few years and they've made their judgments from that. So even if there's agendas or not, it's not just us. You can see other clubs can see what we see. That he's just not a good manager.
No,
That's why he's not
he
getting
really
job
is, man.
offers.
He really is, man. But yes, big up to Z3. I mean Z3 Music Official. Is really doesn't matter who we're talking right now, though. The Glazers stalling. I mean, stalling the sale, and it's going to kill us in the transfer window. And again, Drum, I'll go back to this before we end the show in the next 5-10 minutes before we wrap up. I remember just reading an article, I think a couple of days ago, saying that the Glazers are waiting until the end of the season to make this decision whether if they're selling it or whether they're going with the Qatar or Ratcliffe. And Z3 Musical, of course, is right. We've all been saying it. None of this matters until we sort out who owns the club. We can talk all of this talk, and I reckon they're probably putting this out to just distract us and make us go crazy. Because
Yeah,
it's funny, we're towards the end of the season, we're supposed to be talking about selling the club,
yeah,
but you're throwing news to me about Neymar.
yeah,
How are we talking to Neymar if we don't know what money we
yeah.
have? Yeah,
It's true.
yeah,
It's true.
and the wages we'll be working with, and who's our owner? Who's talking to Neymar? Is it the Qatars?
It's true. It's true. You know, the way I see it is
Mm-hmm,
this. Like, I think it's either two things. I
mm-hmm,
think they're either delaying the sale of the club
mm-hmm.
because they don't want to disrupt the management or the players because they still need to get through a couple of games. so they're holding wait until after the FA Cup. So that could be seen in a positive sense. Or the other hand,
Yep.
they're delaying the sale of the club because they want to sell it to Ratcliffe with the part ownership,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll still stay at the club. And if they do it at the end of the season, then it will be more difficult for us to do any protests and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
because there ain't going to be any games to go to. It's just going to be randoms just protesting in the street looking like lunatics. So that could be an option on why they're delaying it to the end of the season. It's other, and also actually a third point maybe
Mm-hmm.
they're just trying to get more money out of the Qataris for all we know. So that's why they keep delaying it and delaying it. They're probably just waiting for another offer. Like all this third,
Mm-hmm.
fourth bid, final bids and all that. I think all of that is out the window now. There's no fourth or fifth bid stage. It's just all about they're just waiting for whether the Qataris can make a better offer because I can't see Sir improving on his offer of 50%
Yeah,
of the club.
no, I can't as well.
So yeah, like if he does, then it's just silly. Like, why would you improve your offer just to still have 50% in the club? So yeah,
Yeah, and
that's why. Yeah,
we've seen photos of the Glazers coming out of one of the hotels that Sheikh Jassim's father owns. So definitely there must have been some talk. Because what are you doing in man's hotel, bro? If you or if I'm trying to buy something off
yeah,
you, what the hell are you doing in my hotel? I will make sure you don't come in, bro.
it's
You
true.
know,
I'll
if you're if
double
you're if
charge
you're
you.
acting
Yeah,
up, I'll double charge
yeah,
you, bro.
yeah.
You're making me pay £6 billion for your club, and you
It's
want to
true.
spend a night, and you think I'm going to give it to you for free. You know, you're gonna
It's
come in here and
true.
not talk to me about the club. I'm not like not negotiate with me in my father.
Yeah,
No
it's
way, it's
true.
not gonna run. Like as soon as I see the Glazers in my father's house, I want the receptionist to be calling me directly and saying, "By the way, Joel Glazer and what's it called are here. Did you invite them by any chance? You know, just in case
Yeah,
of an interview or a meeting." They'll be, "Nah, I will not
yeah.
have it, man." But yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
I
Say
was
the
gonna
last
say,
thing. Yeah,
yeah, I
go on.
was gonna say, I definitely think talks between the Glazers and the Qataris took place last weekend or when he went to go and see the women's football team play.
Yeah,
Talks definitely took place because, like you
yeah.
said, there's no reason to all of a sudden just go to a Qatari-owned hotel to
Man's
stay when there's
you can go
thousands of
Marriott.
other options. You can
You
go
can go
anywhere.
Hilton. You
Yeah,
can go a
yeah,
hotel
literally.
football, bro, at
Yeah,
Manchester, bro.
yeah, literally. So talks definitely took place, and they're just trying to get as much as they can
Hmm.
out of the
Hmm.
Qataris. And the Qataris are probably thinking, should we or should we not? So that it's all in their court whether they want to overpay because they already are overpaying,
Yep.
but it's whether they want to overpay by even more. So that's all it boils down to. But if they don't, I wouldn't blame them to be honest because they're rich for a reason. They're rich for making good business decisions, not for overpaying by more than double what the club's worth. So we'll have to see.
I feel like the Glazers are the creators of the pyramid scheme, bruv. The way they
Literally,
just suck money from from the bottom all the way to the top of them, bruv.
uh,
The way they just pyramid
yeah,
schemed us, bruv, to
they
buy
must be.
Manchester United.
Yeah, you know what? They might. I'll say one last thing on this. I think
Hmm.
they must be well protected to be
Hmm.
going up to play to watch the women's team, and no one's giving them abuse. They must have all these undercover protection officers all around them,
I
literally.
know, I know,
Like,
I
because I'm
know.
thinking, why did they roll it up to the UK with chest,
Hmm.
literally,
Hmm.
and they know that nobody likes them apart from rival friends, literally.
Trust me,
So,
man.
so
I
it's
don't.
crazy how they're just strutting around the place whenever they feel like it.
I don't understand, man. But yeah, that's it, guys. Big up to everyone that's tuning today. We have come to the end of the show. Of course, we've discussed it here. We've discussed the results, the review, the match. We've talked about, of course, Manchester United's chances in the top four. Can they make it? And of course, Manchester United versus Chelsea's preview. And last but not least, Neymar Junior. Manchester United being in talks with them as. But it's been a great one. As of course, guys, I am live again on Thursday at 7:40 p.m. for Manchester United versus Chelsea watch along. I'm also live tomorrow on Sarcasm City for the Mandem United talks at 4:30 with your boy Flawless. And then this podcast will recur back on Monday at 8 p.m. UK time. And of course, and well, on Thursday as well. I am also live. I think I should be doing my news. I'm live twice in a day, doing Manchester United news, latest news at 5:30, and then going live at 8 o'clock as well for the watch along. So it's a busy day for your boy Ivorian Spice, and of course the match reaction. Make sure you watch yesterday's the match reaction against Bournemouth as well. Let me know what your thoughts on that as well. Smash the like. But as always, guys, it is what it is. Jerome, before we leave, any final words?
Yeah, final words is wish everyone a good rest of the week. Hopefully, we get the job done on Thursday against Chelsea, and then all roads lead to the FA Cup final, and hopefully stop City winning the treble. So fingers crossed for that.
Yes. And on that note, as I always say, remember to keep it united, and remember to keep it Red United. Peace, love. We'll see you next time. Sayonara.
Peace.